In times of uncertainty, people don't look for freedom. They look for control. And history shows something uncomfortable. Before every major shift toward authoritarian power, there was a moment when ordinary people quietly asked for it. Not because they were evil. Not because they hated democracy. But because they were tired. And that's where the pattern begins. The feeling before the shift. It never starts with a villain. It starts with exhaustion. Economic instability. Cultural tension. Rapid change. Information overload. When life feels unpredictable, the human brain goes into survival mode. And in survival mode, freedom becomes secondary. Security becomes everything. Psychologists call this threat response. When people feel unsafe, financially, socially, culturally, they become more willing to accept centralized power. Not because they studied political theory, but because they want stability, certainty, clarity, and strong leaders promise exactly that. The psychological mechanism. Here's what happens inside the mind. Uncertainty increases anxiety. Anxiety reduces cognitive flexibility. Reduced flexibility increases desire for simple answers. Complex systems feel overwhelming. Democracy is slow. Debate is messy. Compromise feels weak. But a strong leader. They speak clearly. They simplify problems. They project confidence. And confidence feels like safety. Studies in social psychology show that during crises, people consistently shift toward leaders who appear decisive and dominant. Not necessarily wiser. Just stronger. Because strength reduces fear. Or at least, it feels like it does. The historical pattern. Look at history. Periods of inflation. Economic collapse. National humiliation. Rapid cultural change. In the early 20th century, after economic devastation and social instability, populations across parts of Europe gravitated toward centralized authority. In times of chaos, many believed democracy had failed them. They didn't wake up wanting authoritarianism. They woke up wanting relief. And strong leaders offered a simple trade, stability in exchange for concentrated power. And when fear is high enough, that trade feels reasonable. At first. The normalization phase. Here's the part nobody talks about. The shift doesn't feel dramatic. It feels gradual. Small changes. Temporary measures. Emergency powers. Restrictions framed as necessary. And each step feels justified. Because people remember the chaos before it. And they never want to go back. So they accept a little more control. Then a little more. Until the system looks very different from where it started. The real question. But this isn't about any one country. Or any one moment in time. This is about human nature. When uncertainty rises, the desire for strong leadership rises with it. The real question isn't, why do strong leaders appear? It's, what are people feeling when they do? Fear. Fatigue. Loss of identity. Economic pressure. Because leaders respond to demand. And history suggests something unsettling. Strong leaders don't rise in spite of the people. They rise because enough people want them to. So the next time you hear someone say, we just need someone strong to fix this, pause. Ask yourself, what problem feels so overwhelming? That control suddenly feels comforting. And then ask something deeper. Is this the beginning of a cycle? Or just another phase in a pattern we've seen before? Comment bait, dire la fin. If you think strong leadership is necessary in uncertain times, say, stability, in the comments. If you think freedom should always come first, say, liberty. Subscribe to the Curiosity Lab for weekly videos about psychology, science, hidden truths, and fascinating facts that change how you see the world.